Hey everyone, I'm Mike Henry, and this is my Procreate 4.2 demo for the piece I call Shades. I call it Shades because I couldn't come up with a better name, and he's wearing sunglasses, and that's what we got. He's a cool character who seems to have no ability to inspire a good name. Anyways, this is just another sort of quick, rough one that I did in between some more involved pieces, just looking to have sort of like a quick hit in between, which is always, I feel, just like a nice little reset to have. So you can see here I'm putting some quick roughs together, sort of implying what I want the dude to look like, referenced a couple of fashion examples like photography online, just as to like what like a decent outfit might look like, and then here we've got on top of that rough, not using it as a guide, just using it as more as like a memory, you know, like, oh right, I'll do that and I'll do that, doing a cleaner, more confident sketch that shows more what this is going to actually look like, and that's what was there in the sort of turquoisey, sea foamy type color. And now going in and throwing in the lines. This is very similar to the updo piece in the fact that it's just using these like clean lines, not working the line too much, and it's all done with the fat pencil, just with a slightly sizing it up just a little bit so that it's a little fatter, and just trying to keep it confident and like these little like one stroke sort of shapes. The colorizing of it is done in a very similar way, although differently to updo. I figured since the lines were similar, I should do something similar with the color treatment. However, I didn't clinically sort of like go back and say like, oh right, that's how I did it, that's how I did it. It was more just memory. So there's aspects of the coloring that is a little bit different on this one. I did do the duplication of the lines like I did on the other one, which I thought was just kind of fun, so I kept it. And we've got the sketch underneath is visible throughout the entire thing, which I also just thought would be like a fun thing to include in there. In a second here, the coloring is going to start, and I might be able to identify the brush for the coloring, but I remember not caring as much about which brush I was using this time as I did before. Yeah, so that looks like it's just the... what is it? It's like the painterly brush or something. It's just like this generic paintbrush that they have in there. The type of brush that's used here is very inconsequential. Really, it was just more about laying some flat colors down in a messy way instead of being too clean about it. I do go back in with white at a later point and paint away all of the excess paint in the same way that I did with the updo. However, you'll notice that this piece at the end has a lot more of a strong lighting effect to it, and that's just really me trying to do something different. Nothing too much to remark on there as to intention. It was more just me just trying to have fun with it. There's a texture that's used on his suit, or his jacket, I should say, that is, it's called like the lines texture. It's that right there, and it's just a way to get like a cheap, flat plaid. That was really the idea there. So here I'm using again a brush to sort of paint away the outside. I liked this brush better. You saw that I did it, but then I changed it here. I believe this is the turpentine brush. I like that brush quite a bit, so I use it often. It might not be the turpentine brush, but it probably is. So here we've got this messy painting away, which I just really like the look of it, and I think it works really well. It adds some extra texture to these otherwise very clean drawings and shadings. We've got a shadow layer, of course, here. This one is more blue. It has more color in it than the updo one did. So that once that goes more blue, that means my highlights are a little bit more yellow, and you can see that sort of happening here. There's just some gradient work that I ended up not really liking, so I didn't keep it in there. And now we use the white. It looks like fat pencil. It might not be, but it looks like fat pencil. Nah, maybe it's not. Anyways, it's just another, it's white in there just to get that rim lighting that's going on behind him, and you can see that bloom that's happening on his glasses, and so I bring that into the rest of it too. I just sort of tinge everything in this yellow, and then there's a yellowy glow to all of the bright hits there, just to give it a little bit more luminance than the other one did, than the updo piece did. I just wanted it to have a slightly different vibe to it. This one's super fast. We're done already. Can you believe that? recorded the whole thing in one take. I can't believe it. So I hope you dug it. This is really it. If you have questions as to anything that wasn't answered in this one or the updo piece, please leave it in the comments below. And otherwise, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider liking, subscribing. The next one will be longer. I'll see you on that one. And if you're looking for me on the internet, these are many of the places you can find me.